start tayo. Which of the following is not a major part of the plant? Okay, so which is not a major part? Roots, stems, buds, or leaves? Ayan. Ayan. Hello po, good afternoon, Sir Rodan. Ayan. Hala, ang dami po pala. Narinig niyo po ako? Naririnig niyo po ako? Comment po ulit kung naririnig niyo po ako. Okay, so number 1 natin. And which of the following is not a major part of the plant? Not a major part. Remember that? This is not a major part. So, roots A, stems B, buds C, and D is leaves. Okay, so of course buds is not the major part of the plant. It's just a minor part of the plant. The roots, stems, and leaves are the basic major parts of the plants. Okay, so thank you so much po, Sir Rudan. Ayan. Okay, thank you po, Ma'am Mariel, Sir Patrick, Ma'am Trisha, Sir DJ, and Ma'am RP Joy. Okay, ayan. So, 30 viewers na tayo. Maraming salamat. At, ayan, so bud is not a major part of the plant. Remember that. Okay, so start tayo sa basic. Basic muna tayo. Which of the following is not needed by the plants in order to survive? Okay, let me go, Sir Abdoy. Yes, good afternoon po, Ma'am Joanna Marie. Ayan, so which of the following is not needed by the plants in order to survive? So which of the following? Air, water, mineral, or nutrients from the soil, or oxygen? So which do you think? Can you answer? Can you comment the answer here? Which do you think is not needed by the plants in order for them to survive? Sige, pa-comment daw. Which of the following is not needed by the plants in order to survive? Which do you think? Hello, good afternoon. Ayan. Is it letter A, air, water, B, letter C, mineral, or nutrients from the soil, or D, oxygen? Okay. Lahat nagsabing letter D. Okay, the answer here is letter D. Alam nyo ba? Bakit? What or why do you think? Yeah. The correct answer is letter D. Why is that so? Because plants don't take in oxygen, okay? They don't need oxygen for them to survive, okay? They don't need oxygen. They actually produce oxygen in order for them produce oxygen, and they just take in carbon dioxide, okay? Carbon dioxide. They don't need the oxygen, okay? So this is a very tricky question also. So please always check the the choices, okay? And the question, not needed is oxygen, because plants produce oxygen. They don't need oxygen. Instead, they produce it for the animals to inhale, okay? Okay po ba? Clear? Clear po ba tayo dito sa number 2? Let's go to number 3. Sa number 3 natin. Okay. Clear po ba tayo sa number 2? Okay po. Yes. Okay, so always check yung yung question and and the choices. Don't be tricked with the question. Okay, so which of the following component of the air is not needed by the plants to carry out photosynthesis? Okay, which of the following component of the air is needed by the plants to carry out photosynthesis? And what is photosynthesis? This is the process of plants. This is a process by plants
to manufacture.
to make their own food, and that is glucose. Okay, so glucose or sugar, the very basic form of sugar. A, carbon dioxide, B, oxygen, C, nitrogen, and D, phosphorus. Which do you think? So, which of the following component of the air is needed by the plants to carry out photosynthesis? Okay, very good. Na-mention ko to in number 2. The component of the air is carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide. Because the carbon dioxide combined with water plus the sunlight or solar that gives glucose and this glucose oxygen. Okay, glucose oxygen. Okay, so there you go. Um, Yun yung kailangan, carbon dioxide lagi, okay? Not oxygen. Okay, good. That's letter A. Okay. Next, number 4 tayo. Number 4. Which of the following parts of the plants that hold the plant in the soil and takes in water and nutrients from the soil? Roots, leaves, stem, or flowers? Of course, it's roots, right? It's just a very easy question. Number 5. We have here in number 5. Okay. Which of the following parts of the plants which holds up the plant and moves the water and nutrients through it? Okay. Is it roots, leaves, stems, or flowers? Of course, it's roots again. Okay, it's roots. Next, number 6. Very, pag medyo madali lang ha, I'll just go over the questions and then say the end. Number 6, which do you think is the answer here? Number 6, which do you think is the answer here? Sorry. Yeah, sorry pala sa number 5. I'm sorry, holds the plants. It holds up the plant and the water and the... Sorry, stem pala tayo sa number 5. I'm sorry. Wala sa isip ko. I'm sorry. Number letter C, stem. Holds the plant up and the water and nutrients through it. I'm sorry, it's stem. Sorry. Okay, so next one, number C. It's number 6. Which of the following parts of the plants make fruits that hold seeds? Okay. Which? Number 6. Ano yung sagot nyo sa number 6? Kung mag-comment kayo, try to put the number and then the letter ha para mas maano natin. Like, number 6 letter, ganon. Okay, good. That make fruits and fruits to seeds, of course, it's the flowers, right? It's the flowers. flowers because after a day or two, flowers die out and then the fruits start to develop out of it, right? Okay, so very good. That is taking place in the plant leaves. Okay? B, photosynthesis, C, plasmolysis, and D, hydrolysis. Okay, so it's letter B. Number 7, letter B. Now, what is respiration, you think? What is process of plant cells in making energy or adenosine triphosphate? Okay, so I'm gonna explain how this respiration takes place. Respiration in the basic level, like elementary. When I say respiration, we're talking here of the inhaling and exhaling and lungs, right? But this is the gaseous exchange. This is gaseous exchange that is also taking place in the body, especially in the cells. Okay, and this is the process of process. This is the process of making energy by our cells, and that process is cellular respiration, making the energy, and that energy is what we call ATP or adenosine triphosphate. Yes po, tama po. Solar energy. This solar energy is what type of energy is this? Coming from the sun. The solar energy, what is taken in balance? What is that very important versus energy? Because we have the potential energy, we have the kinetic energy, and we have the mechanical energy, sound energy. What is that energy? The solar energy, what is the name of that, particular name of that energy coming from the sun? Okay, sige nga. Sa makakasagot. Po. Sige, pa-comment daw. Makakasagot, bigyan ko ng pa-message sa page ko, sa Facebook page, and then doon magsisend ako ng libreng reviewer. Sagot, ano yung name ng solar energy? Yan. Sabi natin na yung photosynthesis is a process of making food by plants. What is that energy, particular name of that energy coming from the sun? Sige. Wala. Irit. Yes, the sunlight or solar energy. What's that particular name? Because we have potential energy, we have kinetic energy, sunlight, geothermal energy that is coming from the earth, okay? From the word geo, that's soil. Thermal is hot, okay? So hot energy the soil, that's geothermal energy. Yes, Sir Patrick, pa-comment ako. Pa-message ako dun sa page ko sa FB. Sendan kita ng the name of that is chemical energy. Chemical energy po. Sir Patrick got it right. Okay. There you go. Thermal energy. That's heat energy, ha? Heat, hot or heat energy. Thermal energy. From the word thermos. Okay? So, chemical energy siya. Sunlight gives chemical energy to the plant leaves, and that is being absorbed by or taken by the green pigment of the plant. Particularly, again, another question, particularly which part of the cell or what organelle of the cell Patrick, pa-message ako dun sa FB page ko ha. And then, paano dun sa, pa-message lang ng yung sagot mo like chemical energy, okay? Bigyan kita ng, tawag nito, bigyan kita ng reviewer for free. Price yun. Okay, so saan take place, what particular organelle does photosynthesis take place? Okay, another price nito is reviewer ulit. So please comment your answer here. Sa photosynthesis, saan siya nagtitake place? Sa lahat ng organelles ng cell. Okay? Sa lahat ng organelles ng cell, saan siya nagtitake place? Okay po, Sir Patrick. Yes, wait to collect after live. Okay, saan nagtitake place yung photosynthesis? If you have watched my video on FB page about cell organelles, you will know where does this photosynthesis take place. Okay, what organelle? Okay, sige, pa-comment nga kung saan organelle. Before natin, while waiting for your answers, hydrolysis, this is taking place in the blood or circulatory system. Hydrolysis, this is the building up of basic or building up or like building up of basic like monomers of proteins or what's this? Like amino acids, building up of amino acids that makes the Sir Reggie and Sir Roldan, Ma'am Chica, chlorophyll. Oh, very good. Ma'am Arvid Joy Tulod, got it. And Sir Dave Nemesis Mariano. Pa-message ako dun sa pa-message ako dun sa page ko. You got it right. It's chloroplast. Chlorophyll is the green pigment that absorbs the solar energy or the chemical energy. But particularly, the particular organelle or organ, little organs inside the cell that's where the photosynthesis is taking place. It is in the chloroplast. Okay, chloroplast. Remember that lagi. Okay, so Arvid Joy Tulot and Sir Dave Nemesis Mariano, pag-message ako dun sa page ko ha. Tapos natin yung prices ninyo. And Ma'am Jean Andrea, Ma'am Danisa Labarda, pa-message po dun sa page ko later after ng live. Okay, no problem. Yan. Para may din po, may thrill din yung natin review here. Ayun. Ma'am Janet Habing, sorry.
Wala mo dito, ay ganun po, tahan ra.
Save niyo photos na video. Yes po ma'am, i-upload natin to sa video. Dito sa YouTube po, hindi ko po ipupura nito kasi I know there are also people who are like visiting my channel here na nag-check din ng mga videos. Ayan, para din po ma-replay po nila. Ayan. Welcome po, welcome. Ayan, that's good. Okay, so hydrolysis, this is letter D, hydrolysis, this is splitting up of basic components like amino acids when they're built up, that makes up the peptides or proteins. And the glucose or the basic or monosaccharides, when they're built up, they make up the polysaccharides or the complex sugars, okay? There you go. Number 8, which of the following is the reproductive part of the plant? Roots, leaves, stem, or flowers? Of course, it's flowers. When I say reproductive, this reproduces when flowers come
Oh,
or
anytime.
in bloom in the after a few days or 1 or 2 days, these flowers die out and then they produce. I mean, the baby fruits are starting to this appear, right? So this is flowers, the reproductive part of the plant. Next one, what's the energy of all living things? Star, moon, the sun, grass. Of course, it's sun, right? The sun is the source of all energy of all living things. Because why all living things like us, we also need sunlight. Why do you think so? We need sunlight. Why sunlight is really very important? Um, because this sunlight gives chemical energy to the plants which we eat. Okay, which we eat. And these plants are by the herbivores. Okay, herbivores, those plant eaters. We also eat these herbivores, right? Okay, so without the sunlight, grasses cannot produce their own food and they cannot grow, and there will be no grasses. Now, if what's this? If this is what's this? Pag walang grass, as the other consumers will also die. Okay, so that's it. Next one. For 10. For question 10, can use the following food chain: grass, zebra, lion. Okay. So where does the zebra get energy? Of course, this is grass. Okay, this is grass. Okay, so that's letter A. What is needed in the photosynthesis to convert carbon dioxide and water into sugar and oxygen? What is needed in photosynthesis to convert carbon dioxide and water into sugar and oxygen?
The chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the color pigment
Yeah,
from
it's 10A
sunlight.
po. So
Sunlight.
next tayo, what is needed in the photosynthesis to convert carbon dioxide and water into sugar and oxygen?
Pag
What do you think?
chloroplast, ganyan. So sunlight.
What do you think?
Sunlight.
What's your answer in number 11? What is needed in photosynthesis to convert carbon dioxide and water into sugar and oxygen? What is needed? The conversion. We're talking here of converting the carbon dioxide and water into sugar and oxygen, or sugar, or particularly glucose sugar. Okay, so it's sunlight.
Sunlight.
Number 11, sunlight. What is in sunlight? It's chemical energy. Without sunlight, this sugar, the carbon dioxide and water cannot be converted into sugar and oxygen, okay? So remember, okay, wait, I'll just get, what's this? The photosynthesis equation. Para ma-explain ko na maigi. Ha? So ito siya yung photosynthesis equation. if you notice, if you can see it here, okay? So this is the photosynthesis equation para mas malaki ano natin. Okay. Then, a sketchpad. Meron tayo dito, this is photosynthesis equation, okay? So we have here carbon dioxide, we have the water, and then we have the sugar, C6H12O6, or the glucose, and this is oxygen, okay? So oxygen. And this is the glucose, and this is water, H2O, and then we have carbon converted into sugar and oxygen. So there must be sunlight here, okay? There must be sun. This sunlight has what we call the chemical energy, okay? Chemical energy, okay? So this chemical energy is needed for, okay, this chemical is needed for this water and carbon dioxide to be converted into glucose and oxygen. Okay, remember that sunlight is needed, and this sunlight has this chemical energy, which is very important in converting the water and carbon dioxide into sugar and oxygen. Okay, so there we go. Balik tayo dito. So the answer for number 11 is letter A. Okay, stored as black. A, fat. B, glycerol. C, glucose. D, starch. Which do you think? Which do you think? Okay. So this is the, if you can see it here. Okay. 12 is letter D. Okay, so there we go. 12 is letter D. Kasi, okay, although glucose, fats are types of lipids. Glycerol, do you know that the body fats that we have, okay, so we have stored carbon dioxide. Sugar in our body is what we call glycerol. I mean, the fat. Okay, that's in animals, when there is too much sugar, stored, okay, I mean, like excess sugar in plants is stored in the form of starch. Okay, remember that. Although starch are made up of glucose, but glucose are not stored in plants, but glucose are combined together to form that what we call starch. Okay, starch is a combination of a chain of a long, very long chain of glucose. Okay, so that's starch. Remember that. When excess sugar is stored in plants, that is what we call starch. When there is excess sugar in animals, okay, like humans, okay, that is what we call glycerol. Starch are stored as in the form of glycerol. Okay. That's the reason why when we exercise and we needed more energy, that starch or the stored fat or the glycerol is being converted into energy. Okay, there you go. Next, number 13, starch may be stored in the following except where? Stems, except, except. So this is a negative fact question. Except stems, leaves, seeds, or roots. Where do you think? Number 13. What's your answer here? Try answering number 13. Can you comment down? 13 is C. Okay. Okay, so explain ko starch may be stored in the following except. Okay. So, starch are also, what's this? Starch are not stored in stems. Okay? Starch are not stored in stems. They can be found in leaves, in seeds, and roots. Okay, in leaves, In seeds, of course, because that's where they make the glucose or the sugar, right? It's in this they also store that what's that? Store that what's this way? They store also starts in leaves and in seeds. Why there is like corn, rice, rice have a lot of sugar or starch in it. Okay, so it can be stored in seeds and also in seeds. Example of root stored with sugar, potatoes, sweet potatoes. Okay, the kamoting kahoy. Okay, those are stored starch. Okay, remember that. That's why they are very good source of carbs or carbohydrates for our diet. Okay, so here is stems. We cannot see, although there are some plants that have starch in their stems, but that is not being stored in there. That like succulents or they have because their bodies are considered to be the stem also, right? Okay, anyway. So, but technically, stems are not being stored with. Not all plants stored what's it starts on stems. Okay, so remember that always. It can starch can be stored in leaves, in seeds, and in roots. Next, 14. Which of the following is a biotic factor? When I say biotic factor, that is a living factor. Okay, biotic. Okay, so living factor. So where where is that? What's the answer in land number 14? Can you comment down your answer? Yes, sir. Also, sir. Sugarcane kasi, uh, it's just one of those, but sugarcane lang. It is only true for sugarcane, but in trees, they don't store air, sir. Yan. Okay, so the number 14 is letter D, living factor. Okay, biotic. Abiotic is non-living factor. Letter A, B, and C is the temperature, soil, and air are abiotic factors. Biotic factor is apple or living factor. Okay, so remember that number 14 is 15, non-living. 15, 15 is letter. 15 is letter. Abiotic factor, of course,
B.
is letter B, temperature. It's non-living. Okay, good. Next one. Plant doesn't make food from the primary energy source. So what is your answer for that? Number 15, number 16, what's your answer? What's your answer? Okay, blank are organisms that don't food from the primary energy source. Okay. Okay, so 16 lahat. B is the wrong answer. B is wrong answer. Okay? Actually, number 16, we have two answers, two correct answers here. Sorry for that. Okay, two correct answers for number 16. Okay, so organisms that make their own food from the primary... sorry. Wala ako sa sarili ko. Sorry. Okay, primary energy source, sorry. Wait, let's analyze this one. Forget about the tilaok ng manok. Okay, so dito tayo para ma-explain natin na maigi. Sorry! Forget about that. Nilaok na manok. Okay, so meron tayo dito, organisms that make their own food. Okay, so, own food from the primary energy source. The primary energy source, this is the sun. Okay? Primary energy source, this is the sun. Organisms that make food, that is plants. Okay? Plants are primary producers or just producers. Just producers. Just producers. Okay, so just producers. Plants are just producers or primary producers. Primary consumers, what do you think are the primary consumers? Primary consumers are the first order consumer or the herbivores. Okay? Primary consumers or the first order consumers or the herbivores. Okay, herbivores are plant eaters. Okay, there we go. Next tayo na number 17. Which of the following is an example of the primary consumer? Primary consumer or the herbivore? Where do you think? What do you think is the primary example here in the choices? We have the eagle, we have the snake, we have the rabbit. What is your answer for number 17? What is your answer for number 17? Snake is carnivore, of course. They just eat rats and other insects. Grasses are primary producers, and eagles are also like snake. They are other second or third order consumers. Okay, there you go. Number 18. Primary consumers are also called what? Other names of primary consumers, as I've explained earlier,
Herbivore.
primary consumers are also what we call herbivores. Okay? They're also called herbivores. Next one, carnivores are also called what?
Uh,
Horse.
secondary.
What's your answer for number 19? Carnivores are also what? Carnivores are meat eaters. Okay, meat eaters. What's your answer for
Secondary
number 19?
consumer.
Okay, so our number 19, the answer is letter B, secondary consumers. Kasi,
First consumer is the primary consumer,
primary
which is
consumers
plant
or
eater.
primary consumers or the first consumers
The primary consumer, which is plant eater.
are the
While the secondary
herbivores, right?
consumer is
As
to
I
eat the
explained earlier,
herbivores.
there are primary consumers or herbivores are plant eaters. Okay, so carnivores are meat eaters, so they eat the herbivores. Okay, so they are secondary consumers. Okay, so the answer here is letter D. Next, number 20. Blank are animals that eat herbivores. Blank are animals. What's your answer for number 20? What's your answer for number 20?
Secondary producer.
Blank are animals that eat herbivores. What are herbivore eaters? Number 20 is again letter D. Why letter D? Why letter D is number 20? Herbivores, as I've said, they are primary consumers or yeah, primary consumers. So what is them? They're carnivores, and carnivores are secondary consumers or second order consumers. Okay. So number 20 is letter D, secondary consumers. They are herbivore eaters or meat eaters or carnivores. Okay. Carnivores, other names for that. Number 21, which of the following is a carnivore? Snake, cow, rabbit, grasshopper. Of course, it's snake, right? Cow,
Herbivore.
rabbit, and grasshoppers are plant eaters. They're herbivores. Number 21, letter A is the correct answer. Okay, good. Medyo easy pa yung dito na part. Which of the following is a secondary consumer? Rat, cow, lion, grasshopper.
Lion.
22, what's your answer?
Lion.
Which of the following is a secondary consumer or carnivores?
Lion.
22 is letter C. Very good. There we go. Letter C. It's lion because they eat meat or meat eaters. Good. Number 23. Plants are animals that eat both animals. Of course, is omnivores. Omnivores eat both plants and animals. Carnivores eat meat or meat eaters. And herbivores are plant eaters. So, and decomposers are the responsible for decomposing dead organisms. Okay, there you go. Next, which of the following is not an omnivore? Not an omnivore. Which do you think? Human, bear, raccoons, elephant?
Elephant. Pagbutro
Which
ng
do you
elephant.
think? Ayan. Number 24. 24? Not an omnivore. Okay, there you go. 24 is letter D. Elephants are not omnivore. Okay? Elephants are only herbivores. Okay? They don't eat meat. And humans, of course, omnivores. Bear also omnivores because bear eat both plants and animals like fish. Okay? Raccoons are also omnivore. Okay? Plants are organisms that break down dead plants and animals. Of course, this one, as I said earlier, they are decomposers. Okay? Next, number 26. Lamp is needed for photosynthesis. Without it, organisms and plants
Light.
that depend on plants will die.
Light.
Of course, it's light. This is really very important in photosynthesis. Okay? This is light. This is very important in photosynthesis. Next one, number 27.
Mega shoutout
It is
po.
important for
Hello,
plants
hello,
to
mega shoutout po.
in water
Sino
and salts from it.
Rogers.
Okay?
So,
Mineral salts from it, water and mineral
I'm doing motor
source. Of course, this is soil, right?
while I'm
This
listening
is where the plants
review
gain
by
water and
teacher
mineral
Ceepee.
salts. Okay? There you go.
Free review po
Next
guys.
number.
Kasi ano na nila
I
eh,
like
let
this.
exam
It
na
is
this
essential
coming
or
Sunday.
very for life
Good luck!
processes such as
Good
digestion
luck,
and
good luck sa
photosynthesis.
mga
What's that?
teacher na mag-fit. Hoping makapasa lahat.
What's that? What's your answer for number 28? Wait lang ha, kuha lang ako ng tubig. Pa-comment ang answer niyo sa number 28. Wait lang for a while.
Water is only water. Need nila og water. Make a shout out po. Thank you so much for coming. Hello everyone. How are you? Tapos ko na na-answeran yung mga mundo habang pinning. Thank you.
Hello, sorry, I'm back. Okay, so 28, very good. The answer for number 28 is letter C. Water is really very important in digestion. Okay, without water, our digestive system cannot chemically and mechanically food that we take in. Also in photosynthesis, water is very important because this can be This water will react with carbon dioxide with the help of sunlight or the chemical energy to form sugar, which is the glucose, and oxygen. Okay? So it's water. Next, who is the father of genetics? 29. Who is the father of genetics?
Gregory Mendel. Gregory Mendel.
Who is the father of genetics?
Gregory Mendel.
Okay, it's Gregor Mendel. Okay? Remember that Gregor Mendel was a monk. Okay? He studied the pea plants, okay, in the monastery. Okay? He was a monk. Okay, so that's the start of the study of genetics. Okay? Next, number 30. Number 30. Gregor Mendel is the father of genetics. Number 30. Lang. Lang is the principle that states inheritance of one trait has no effect on the inheritance of another trait. What's that?
Codominant. No? Inheritance or codominant?
Inheritance of one trait
Codominant.
has no effect on the inheritance of another trait. A. Natural selection. B. Codominance. Number 30. Letter C. Independent assortment. And letter D. Inheritance. Now is the principle that states inheritance of one trait has no effect on the inheritance of another trait. One trait has no effect on the inheritance of another trait. Okay, there you go. It's natural selection. Next,
Ano
number
ba?
31. Blank is the fruit traits to offspring from its parent or ancestor.
Heredity.
Blank is passing of side. What's your answer in 31?
Heredity.
Passing of trait to offspring from its parents. Okay, so it's letter C. Letter C po. 31 is letter C. Inheritance, so that is, can be with traits or can be with things, okay? But this one is, we're talking here of traits. Passing of traits, that is heredity. Okay? Heredity. That's letter C. Number 31 is letter C. Next, number 32. This dominant trait is also called the two-sneeze reflex. Okay? So,
Sana? The dominant
those
trait is
people,
also called the
when they are
photo.
exposed to bright light or very
Codominant.
bright light, they sneeze too much. Okay? They sneeze too much. What is that
Or Ako syndrome.
called?
Ako
A.
syndrome
Action
yata.
syndrome. B.
Action.
Gene C. Early contact myopia. And then little finger, letter D. What's your answer for number 32? 32. Photo sneeze reflex. Photo sneeze reflex. Yeah, there you go. May isa, Ma'am Lorena Cajes. Got it right. It's letter A. It's Achu syndrome. Okay? Achu syndrome. Early onset myopia, that is also with light, but that is not sneezing about sneezing. That is like with the eyes also, okay? That is also with the eyes. Number 32, it's letter A. It's Achu syndrome. Okay? Photo sneeze reflex or Achu syndrome. Okay? There you go. Next, number 33. A dominant allele causes the last joint of the little finger to dramatically bend toward the fourth finger is called. Okay, so this one is not called bent little finger. This is also what's this? This is also a hereditary trait. Okay, bent finger, bent little finger. Okay. Next number, we have lung is a complex trait with at least 4 gene loci involved. Lay's stability of myopia is very high and shows a dominant pattern. So this is early onset myopia. Okay, this is also talks with the eyes. Number 34 is letter C. Next lang, it is due to the bone structure which underlies the Y-shaped fissure of the
Maybe
chin.
that farm
You know,
to
those people, that also was this hereditary
tissue,
hereditary trait. The divided chin, people with divided chin, like this, those are hereditary. That is also hereditary trait also. Okay, so that's letter B. The chin cleft
chin,
or divided chin. Okay, lang is the study of how traits are passed from parents to offspring. Is it gene, genetics, DNA, or chromosomes?
I didn't
Okay, so it's letter B. It's genetics. Genetics is the study of the passing of traits from parents to offspring or the next generation. 37. Blank is a segment of DNA that remains a trait.
genes,
What is number 37? What is that segment of the DNA that determines a trait?
gene,
What's your answer here?
genes.
Means part lang siya ng DNA. Okay? Okay, there you go. Ma'am Denisa Labarda. Got it right? Number 37, it is letter A. Yeah,
Genes. Tama ka.
letter A. Kasi, okay, ganito yun. Si Jean, carrier yan siya ng trait. Like, for example, long hair, not long, black hair, brown hair, curly hair, straight hair, like that. Okay? Kinky hair, or chinky eyes, like that. Si Jean, nagkikarry ng ganong mga traits. Okay? Specific trait lang. Halimbawa, si Jean A, may chinky eyes. Jean B, may curly hair. Ganon. Okay? So that's Jean. Now, when these genes are put together, that forms the DNA, the double helix. Okay? That forms the DNA.
Hello,
And
big shout
remember, the
out
double
to
helix
Heart, Buhay
is made up of
Kali,
a lot of
Zanbuad,
genes. Okay?
Anbuad.
Because we have a lot of traits in us. Remember that. Okay? So, ganun siya. DNA is made up of thousands of genes.
Wow.
Okay? So, segment of DNA, part of DNA, that is gene. Okay?
Genes.
Not chromosome. Chromosome is composed of
Y and X.
DNAs. Okay, I will be going to conduct also, I think, another with the genetics para mas maintindihan to. Okay? Next, number 38. What does the genes on the chromosomes contain? What does the gene on the chromosomes contain?
Allele.
Okay, genes are contains what? I just said it. In number 37.
Chromosome.
Okay, so number 38 is letter A. Okay, gene is
Allele.
Gene has traits in it or in them, okay? They have specific traits. Another name for these traits is what we call allele. Remember that.
Alin.
Gene is gene contains traits.
Ayan, lapit
And
na
these
pong
traits,
1
other name
hour
for
lang po
that is
ako
what we call
guys.
alleles. Okay? Remember that. It's letter A
Natapos
for
lang
number
ng review na to.
38. Next,
Item.
number 39. How many pairs of chromosomes do humans have?
2,
How many
46,
pairs of chromosomes?
46.
Number 39, ano yung sagot niyo? How many pairs of chromosomes?
So, kung kabaluan na.
Okay. Okay, number 39, the answer is letter B. 23 pairs of chromosomes, or we have 46 chromosomes in total. Because 23 pairs of course there are two, so 23 times, so we have 46 total chromosomes, but we have only 23 pairs, okay? That's normal chromosome. If more than that, more or less, or more than that, like we have 24 or
Bye-bye po. Thank you so much everyone for
let's say
coming.
47 chromosomes like that, that is
Maraming
already what we call genetic. That has genetic disorder na, okay? Like,
thank you.
the Down syndrome is one also, and what is albinism is also a genetic syndrome, okay? A genetic disorder, okay? So it is not albinism. If you see humans, I've seen a lot of albino humans. I've seen a lot of albino animals. I've seen a lot of albino tribes. And also ngayon, we have albo. Right? So we have 23 pairs of chromosomes ba sa inyo? It is or less than that kung maklaro kasi magkakaroon tayo na. Okay? Number 40, how many chromosomes? Of course, it's 46, as I said in number 39, okay? Yes, sir. Chromosomes. 23 chromosomes is only present in sperm and egg cells. Because when they meet, the sperm and the egg cells, when they meet, the total of 46, right? 23 plus 23, okay? So, I'll explain that one in other coaching kung ilan. I think mayroon dito, may mga question. We have the meiosis and mitosis. Next, how many chromosomes does a sperm have? Oh, what's your answer for number 41?
Hey, no, Basili, about basta okay lang po ako.
Forget about the dog.
Magtatapos na po ako guys. Good night. God bless po sa lahat.
Maraming mga ganyan natin. Ano,